Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Yorkie 3 Stripe. This is an unboxing and a video I've wanted to do for quite a while actually, but for various reasons I've just not been able to do it and get round to it. I've been busy, obviously in real life, but also as you can see I've been busy getting this room sorted out, my Adidas den, my man cave, whatever you want to call it. As you can see, this has started coming on. There's more to come. It's really nice actually to have them all in one place. A bit of order. I used to come into this room and get quite stressed out with the trainers everywhere and boxes. The boxes are no longer there. Obviously I've not thrown them out because any collector and Adidas fan know you need to keep the boxes if ever you move them on, or it's just nice to have a box. But these blue boxes are elsewhere in my home, so that also makes it a little bit tidier, and these will be growing. I've got a couple more of these coming next week because I've got some more trainers down there and footwear, so I'm getting there. So I was busy doing that while I had a dose of the COVID the other week, and these have been sat ready to do a video for quite a while. Eagle-eyed people on my Instagram and Facebook and even on this channel will have maybe seen them in there, because I did share that recently on one of my videos. So I'll no further ado, let's get them shown. Now these are a grail pair of Spezial, one of the first releases, autumn winter 2015. These came out, a limited number. The rumour was there was only 1,000 released of these. I've heard there's also a lot more than that, but still, there's no argument they're limited. And it is the waterproof Spezial. That's my natural size of 10. These came up on eBay. Now they're retailed at £185, which was again very high price point for anything, any trainers, Adidas trainers and Spezial as well. So that's probably why they were high, because they were limited. And there we have them. Aren't they just lovely? Now I've had a pair of these tagged in an 11, and when I was collecting at my highest point, I was just wanting to get the full Spezial run. So what I did was I just grabbed the 11. They were tagged, no intention of actually wearing them. I couldn't wear them because they're in 11, and well, yeah, I thought, well, what's the point? These came up in a 10. Now the tags are included, but they've been cut. That's the important bit. And I've already had them on my feet, and they're absolutely beautiful, so comfortable. The leather upper, it's the granite Gore-Tex waterproof leather, and you've even got the little Gore-Tex metal tab. Can you see there? Very much styled on the New York runner. You've even got the Dellinger web on the lower sole, very much like, I don't know if you can see him behind me, the silver birch, the Ashurst amongst others, and the New York, the Carlos as well, of course, New York Carlos. So very much styled on that, but very, very soft leather. These have obviously been worn, but very sporadically. You can see, like new. I don't normally tell people what I pay for things, because I think that's just between the buyer and the seller, but I paid £160 for these. Now I would say they're like new. You can see inside, hardly worn. The heel tab looks as good as any. The soles. These were £185 retailed in, well, coming up 9 years. So to get these at 160, I've seen these go for 300, was just a no-brainer. I actually watched them for a couple of days. I don't know why, but I watched them for a couple of days. And then I pulled the trigger because I thought, no, these have got to be bought. And they're my size. So not even a 10.5 or a 9.5. True to size. I've not tried a 10.5, so I couldn't tell you if they'd be fitting better. But I've tried these, and these fit absolutely fine. So yeah, absolutely grail piece. I'd put these up there in the top 5. I mean, I did a video of my top 5 runners. And my top 5, was it my runners or my top 5 Spezial? No, it was my top 5 runners. And these go straight into the top 5. I'd even maybe put the top 3. Just that feel, I just love the softness of them. They've got the padded tongue as well. Can you see that? Made in 14, Vietnam. But these came out in the autumn winter line of 2015. So really, really happy to add these. As I say, I've even got the tags. And if you ever want a pair, good luck in finding them because they're very difficult to find. Almost like new, my own size, and they will be going on my feet. More of a winter trainer. That's the great thing about these. You've got the summer shoe style, but with the leather, it is more of a winter shoe. But I mean, you can wear them at any point. Very durable, and they are straight into my top 5 without question. And they're going in that gap up there. They've already been in that gap anyway. I've just brought them down for the for this video review. So the waterproof Spezial, many people's grail. Good luck in finding those if you haven't already got them. If you have got them, treasure them because these are so hard to find. Whether there was 1,000 made, please somebody tell me. I've heard there was 1,000 made. Now whether that's 1,000 for each size, I think that's probably the case. I don't think there'd have been 1,000 made from sizes 5 to 12 or 13, whatever. I think it would have been 1,000 for each size, but even if it is 1,000 for each size, that's still a limited number given the vast quantities that are made nowadays. So that was an eBay purchase. I also made a couple of other more eBay purchases of Adidas Spezial runners, which of course is one of my go-tos and favourite things. But these were bargain. Well, that was a bargain, even it was £160. That was, believe it or not, a bargain. These were bargains. I mean, I've seen these go for over £100. Being worn again, tags have been popped, which suits me fine. The dilemma of whether I pop the tag or unpop the tag is gone then. I like it that way. And these, of course, are the ZX280s. These came out the same year as the waterproof Spezials. These came out earlier. As you can tell by the colour, more of a spring-summer trainer. So they came out spring-summer 2000 and... Sorry, I'm talking rubbish. These came out 2018. So these have been out 3 years later. But spring-summer, as you can tell, 18 these came out. Just the very simple reissue of the ZX series. A copy of that, the very first ZX series. And I paid £40 for these. 40 quid. And I think that included delivery. Heel tabs looking good. Soles like new. They don't smell of sweaty feet, which is always a gamble if you buy used. But yeah, all great nick. I put a bit of protector on those. And they will be on my feet very soon. And that was a bargain, £40. I had these tagged once upon a time, never popped them, sold them, you know the script. And they are beauties. Another pair to go in there. That's why I need more shelving, because I keep buying these runners. And there's another one, the Lower Tree Spezial Runner. Now this came out in autumn winter 18, so a few months after these, same year. You would think it was a summer release, looking at the bright colours. They, of course, were influenced from the late night parties, raves from the late 80s. Those bright colours. I'm a bit young to remember those raves at the end of the 80s, but I heard a lot about them. So yeah, this is actually named after a park. Well, it was a farmhouse, but a public park in Darwen, Lancashire, which of course is Gary Aspen's old neck of the woods. A lot of influences come from that northwest area, even though I'm a Yorkshireman, I have to support that, being a Spezial fan. But let's have some more Yorkshire references, please, if you're watching. Spezial and Gary. But yeah, they're a lovely pair. The Lower Tree, a public park in Darwen, Lancashire. But they are a lovely runner. As I say, purple. Don't often see purple. It's a hybrid runner based on several runners from the 80s models of Adidas runners. And that was the end result of what the Spezial team came up with. I think I paid 40, maybe 45 for them. Delivered, smell great, and again, a nice runner for the summer. I'm a poet and I don't know it. So there we go. That's been my latest additions. 3 runners, all from the Spezial team. And slightly different eras, slightly different pricing. But yeah, delighted with those. And you can never get enough runners, trust me. Especially when you get a little bit older and the flats start, playing on your shins and your Achilles. I sound like an old man, even though I am getting there very quickly. But the runners, you just don't get any aches and pains with these guys, And if you're if you're a lot younger than me, you don't know what I'm talking about, but one day you will, trust me. So that's my runners. Really wanted to get this one done. And as I say, delighted to finally get a pair of waterproof Spezial, A, that fit me, and B, I can wear. And they will never be leaving my side, leaving this room, well, unless I move and they go to another room. New Spezial release, dates were announced for the spring-summer collection, 4th of April, so that was 2 weeks yesterday. They'll be coming out. There's the spring-summer collection wear, polos, t-shirts, smocks, jackets, an overshirt, I believe, a tracksuit top, I believe. A lot of it's online, it's going around social media. I've seen all sorts on Instagram. A bag, which I think is going to be a big seller, which I want up there. Hopefully that'll be one of my first port of calls. The bag, I think that'll be that'll be flying off the shelves. Footwear, I'm going to be honest, I'm not particularly enamoured to any of it really. None of it's really jumping out. I think the Mostons look nice, the green, based on the 70s model. I'm saying that now, I know what I'm like. I'll start seeing things in hand and seeing proper stock pictures and thinking, you know what, they're actually quite nice. They look nice on that shelf. So we'll see, but you don't have to like everything. It'd be something wrong if you did like everything. Everyone's got their own tastes, their own style. I've also been buying some more Adidas footwear away from the Spezial, which I shared one or two. The Bali, of course, the Island series. Got my eye on one or two other bits, which I'll obviously do videos for if I get them in the next few weeks. But Spezial trainers is obviously a big part of my collection, as is Spezial wear. So anything I'll get, I'll be sharing. Any advice, I'll be giving it what I can on pits of the new stuff that's coming out, because I do like the polos particularly, and the tees. I collect the t-shirts, so I'm trying to get the full set of the Spezial tees over that 10-year period. I'm needing about 6 from the vintage range, kind of the 15, 16, 17 time, but very difficult to get the t-shirts, particularly the few that I'm still looking for. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Really grateful for all the subscriptions I'm getting. I didn't realise, but I'm actually approaching 2,000 subscribers for this channel, which when I first started, I mean, 1,000 blew my mind, if I'm honest. To get that was you know, a dream. And I've now got nearly 2,000. I think I'm about 100 subs off getting 2,000, which just is incredible. And it just shows there's obviously a need and a thirst for information on Adidas, a love for Adidas, and obviously Spezial, but just Adidas in general, and a love for trainers, and a love for leisure wear, casual wear. So yeah, just guys, just keep following the channel. Please comment, please share your collections, get your channel up, it's free, anyone can do it. I've just got a camera, sat in a room doing this, so you know, there's no rocket science to it. But yeah, thanks ever so much. And as I say, any of the new Spezial line I'll be getting, I'll be obviously straight onto this and reviewing it as and when I can, as and when funds allow, because it ain't cheap. And I'm sure it's just going to keep going up in price. But there's obviously price points where people will stop buying. I don't think there'll be a stampede. I think what I'm getting, certainly from following the last few collections, is there is a high stock level of most of the things. So don't panic. That's my advice. Don't just go straight. I've done it myself. Kind of did it the last collection, but this year I'm not going to do it so much. Just hang fire. Sales come up. Don't just panic and enter 6 raffles, because you might end up with 4 of the same item coming. I know you can move them on and return them, but it's a hassle. You don't need to do that. Hang fire. Sales will come up. There's still a lot of the stuff in the sales from the last collection, the autumn winter 23. So just see how you go. But that's enough for me waffling. As I say, thanks for all the support. Thanks for watching. Thanks for getting this far. Keep an eye on more videos coming up. Until next time, cheerio.